Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be doing some draws for Ceodore's weapons. I'm going all in, and this time I think I'm actually going to be drawing for Onion Knight's burst weapon as well. So I've heard a few things about Ceodore. I've heard that for some reason there are some people who don't seem to have such a flattering opinion of him, which I find a little bit strange because even though he's not exactly going to be setting the meta on fire, he still seems like quite a fun character to play, and he seems perfectly strong. I think his LD overheals. Even if it doesn't, I know it heals a hell of a lot. I know it does a dump truck full of damage, and I think it cleanses all framed debuffs on everyone as well. It's like it cleanses everyone's debuffs. And Ceodore himself has this kind of risk-reward playstyle where when you use his skill 2, he kind of just like pops off into like a friggin' Super Saiyan mode, and his offensive stats go through the roof. And if you use his EX while his health is at maximum or higher, I'm not sure if it needs to be the party's health or just his health, I can't remember, but I know that he does like 3 HP dumps and he does an absolute ton of damage, and it just looks like a lot of fun. Like, obviously, he's not quite as powerful as Paladin Cecil because he has been built to be like the next best thing since sliced bread, and to be honest, Pestle is the definitive support of this current era. But Ceodore himself seems like a pretty damn fun hybrid to use, and he's another character with holy damage. Like, I kind of want to run a team of Ceodore, Kuja, and Paladin Cecil just to stack all the holy enchants and see how their damage kind of goes through the roof. In theory, it sounds nice in theory. It's probably not the strongest team around, especially when we've got all these call effects like friggin'. We're going to have Gabranth coming up, and we've got Jack LD and we've got Kryl and all that sort of nonsense. But anyway, I'm going in for him because I think he's going to be a lot of fun to use. And I'm also going to be pulling for Onion Knight's burst as well, because even though I don't intend to use Onion Knight a hell of a lot, I'll be honest, I do have a lot of resources, and I kind of just want to collect all the bursts at this point. So that might be a terrible idea. That might be like a one-way trip into resource hell. But I'll have to find that out the hard way, and hopefully I don't. So without further ado, let's jump in and see how kind this banner is to us or not. I'm going to take the first free single pull, which almost always results in absolutely nothing. And then yeah, let's just jump into the multi, shall we? Okay, so it's all to play for. It's all blue orb, so it could be pretty much anything at this point. Go on. Go on. Oh god, I've lost count. I don't know what I'm on, but it's probably 1 out of 11. Yeah, that's what I thought. Great. I'll treasure it forever. Just what I always wanted. Okay. Let's run that back. Let's try again. So I've been playing a lot of Bravely Default 2 recently. I'm not sure if anyone out there has picked it up, if anyone has got a Switch, but I can highly recommend it for all fans of the RPG genre, which I assume almost all of us are here, because it's a Final Fantasy Gacha game, for God's sake, and this is going to be a hell of a lot of gold weapons. Let's see. Okay, it's only 3. Alright. Not quite as many as I thought. But hey, there is Ceodore. I will take him for my roster, and that's his 35, so that's getting locked up. Pull number 3. Again, not looking particularly encouraging, but it's all good. We've got plenty more gems where they came from at this point. Come on. Give me something good. You know you want to. Okay. So, just playing it pretty conservatively at this point, just redundant Alphino weapons, but I'll take the extra 35. Like, probably I'm going to be using my power tokens to max out the 15 CP, so every 35 that I get is a 35 that I won't have to use power stones for, so I'll definitely take that. Oh goodness, these pulls aren't looking too clever, are they? We're 100 deep at the moment, and the best thing I've seen so far is Ceodore's 35. There's no EXs. There's not even EXs that I don't want. There's no gold orbs. So yeah, it's not going too well at the moment. But hey, fortunes could still reverse. We have up until 500 G tokens after all, so you never know what can happen in all those pulls. I guess that's his 15 because I sure as hell ain't seen that sword before. Yeah, there we go, that's his 15. Alright, so I guess this is going to be like 25k deep at the moment, because the free pull gave us an extra one, so... Not looking too hot, I'm going to be honest. Not looking too good right now. Okay, well that's definitely his 35 MLB. That's definitely MLB at this point, so I won't have to spend any tokens on that, so that's good. The first gold orb of the pulls, which is nice. Let's hope it's a Ceodore EX or something. That would be fine and dandy, I must say. So I can spend red tokens on his 15, get that maxed out. I'll get his 35 done, and then that's stones I don't have to spend because heavens knows I need them at this point. I need to max out all my old EXs. Oh my god, it's the LD. Shit. Okay, great. So that's the LD. But we ain't done yet. We need the EX, and I need the friggin' burst. So I'm just gonna keep going. This does feel potentially quite wasteful, but this is what I made my mind up for at the beginning. I'm really not missing many bursts because I kind of looked my way into a bunch of the previous ones, and I used tokens to pick up Kefka and also Van, I think, and there's Sid's EX. I didn't have that before, so I'll definitely take that. I've wanted that thing for quite a while, to be honest, so I'm reasonably pleased with that, even though he's probably not going to see any use at this point outside of the challenge quest. Yeah, we're just going to keep going. So yeah, I picked up almost all the bursts because I was buying the burst tokens from the premium Moogle Pass. So I picked up, like, I think it was Kefka and Van that I used tokens on. So I think literally Arden is the only one that I'm missing at this point. And I could token that as well in about 4 quests time. I've stopped buying the premium passes at this point. I don't really need them anymore because I have such an abundant sort of surplus of resources, which I am fully aware could definitely take a nosedive at any point in time. But for some reason doesn't seem to have done so yet. So I'm just going to be spending quite liberally going forwards, just kind of making sure that I get everyone's burst that I want. Now, I'm not going to be going in for every LD, but I'm definitely going to be going in for a good, generous few of them. I am skipping Arciela because I never really used her as much as I expected to back when she got her EX, even though she was really good. And even though she has that kind of those bugged auras where everyone gets a metric crap ton of like max brave and attack because the buff attack all passive applies like 3 times for everyone in your party because some intern Kun at Square Enix fucked up the coding, or Team Ninja Singapore, whatever developers are of this game. Still not appealing enough to really go for, because I think like basic bitch attack auras at this point in Lufenia, they're just not enough by themselves. Like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely very welcome, and I know that Ceodore's got quite strong auras as well, but it's not enough to sway my decision for Arciela. I know she's got HP attack, I know she's got like HP silence, but so does Kefka, and I've got his burst, so god damn it. Okay, well there's the EX, and there's also the EX, so I definitely can't complain that I haven't got everything right now. So I am technically done with this banner, but I want the burst. I'm not throwing like almost 75k worth of gems at the banner and then just walking away without the burst. That's not what we do here. So there's nothing for it but to go balls deep. We could be looking at a pity here. In fact, it's much more likely than not to actually pity the burst because they are that goddamn rare. I am aware of how lucky I was previously. So if I end up getting like having to spend 125k like a few times consecutively, then I'm probably gonna dial back the pulls. But I'm okay for now. I'm still miraculously in the 7 digits. I did expect this to go down after I reached the million mark. I thought I was gonna sort of start bleeding resources, but somehow Lady Luck has seen me through to this point, so I'm hoping it continues, but hey, you never know. Alright, come on. I mean, this is basically just going to be Stone City, isn't it, at this point, which is actually completely fine, because, like I said, I need to catch up on MLBing all my old EXs, so that I can then start MLBing some of the dupes that I've got, so that I can actually get spheres from them, which is what I intended to do when I picked up all those dupes way back when, and they're just going to be sat in my inventory for the best part of a year, so really playing the long haul with this game. But anyway, yes. Oh my god, there it is! I don't have to pity it. There's the burst. I didn't even get another LD or EX, so technically that's there's no wasted pulls here, and that is bang on the 300 mark. So that's 70k gems for pretty much everything. Okay, excellent. Well, I sure as hell can't complain about that. Time to get everyone cleaned up and yeah, have some fun with Ceodore. So, that's going to be my pulls on this banner. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all had some tremendous luck out there. Better than this, possibly. And yeah, on that note, I'm going to say thank you and goodbye.